assignments uh, for my Windows, my INS 1360 class. It says open the Task Manager's Performance tab to view Wi-Fi activities. So we're gonna open that, and this is it. It says yes, and it shows up. There's the Task Manager right here. And the next one is the easiest way to open Task Manager is by typing its name into the search box on the home screen so you can open the control panel and access the Task Manager from there. Once, I just used the shortcut keys on my keyboard. That's Control Alt Delete, and it gets me straight to that pop-up box that shows me the Task Manager. Arrange your desktop into two windows, one with the Task Manager and one with a browser. Now navigate to several websites and note what happens in the Task Manager. So um, we are going to do that. Um, it's going to be kind of tough doing it because we have all this right here. But let's see. Um, we got a browser going on, and we got this right here. So it says to make it look. Yep. Okay. And we go back here. It says arrange your desktop into two windows, one with Task Manager and one with the browser. Now navigate to several websites and note what happens in the Task Manager. Use the graph uses dot lines to send message packages and solid lines to receive package. What are typical speeds for sending and receiving data? On what It says what are the typical speeds for sending and receiving data on your network? Okay. Um, we go right here. Okay. We can see that the CPU, the memory is 82%. The disk use ranges from is going all the way down. Network is not really doing anything, maybe because we haven't done anything. Maybe if I do this, yeah, it just moved. Just moved by 0.3, But what I say images, yeah, it moved right here. Well, this moved a lot. The disk moved to 18 with graphics. This jumped up. Okay, my IP address, both my IP address for my Mac and my iPhone just dropped right now, and it just let me know um, that just dropped. So back to this. Um, so the question says, what are the typical speeds for sending and receiving data on your network? So this is my network right here, and this is what I can see right here. The typical speed is 0.1, So, but if we want to go further, it says expand. Network values, okay. It shows in percent. percent. That's the value in percent. But we go back here and we switch it back to values, and it shows us the values right here. But now we back here, and this is showing us the CPU utilization, and it's showing us the speed utilization, right? And that's basically what we're seeing right here. So we're seeing that this is the Wi-Fi, and this is the graph right here. So memory 63%. That's the range between 3.7 to 5.9 gigs. CPU ranges from this is the range right here, and the Wi-Fi, this is the Wi-Fi right here. So S and R is what I don't know. I think this is the speed, because the question says typical speed for sending and receiving data. So S and R, sending is 8.0, receiving for right now is this. So if we do networking, events, bam, we see that it ranges from sending, ranges all the way from, it actually just jumps, but this is really what it is right here. And if I can just do something, right? Yeah, it jumped to 2.7. That's the pickets. And also receiving is, this is what we're getting receiving, but it ranges from this amount. So what would we say it ranges from? Sending, let me try one more time. 16, and this one jumped to 8. Receiving went to 8. Depending on what we're doing though. Let's go. Oh, that's a whole lot. Okay. Let's see a video. Now the
Okay, so today we're going to learn how to use iPhone configuration utility.
With a video,
now this is great software for
sending ranges
diagnosing iPhone
from
problems
16,
when you don't have access to the device.
And this one goes
so we're going to start by going to Start Menu, All Programs,
the maximum,
the configuration
the lowest.
utility.
So we can see the range
come up with this
for the maximum
right here.
For my
now we want to plug in the device
0 to, I think I said 37
through the USB port,
and sending.
It's going to install the software, come up with this screen. Now,
hello everybody, and
sending maximum.
Well, I might as well get going, because this is a fun topic.
That we got it, so 0 to 48, and this is from 0 to 37. Now back to the next question. The next question says, monitor Wi-Fi throughout throughput. Continue watching the Wi-Fi graphic when you are not using the browser. Why do you think there is a Wi-Fi activity even when you are not actively using the network service? Okay, back to this. Now, the reason why I'm having activity is because there's some services that run in the background, and these services could be found at the startup. These are services right here that run in the background that I enabled. These are services that run in the background that we have here, and we go to services. Now this is all the apps that are running. See, it says running, the ones that stopped in the background, even though this might not be idle, but you know, there's still background coding, background apps that are still running. And that's why we have the graph moving in a in a manner showing that there's a background activity still going on, and you can clearly see it. Now the next question says switch to the process tab, right? The network column of the process tab displays the applications that are active. Can you determine which applications are sending and receiving data over the network even when you are not actively using the network service? Okay, switch to the processes tab. Now it says switch to process tab. Now I switch to the process tab, and it says can I determine which is active? Yeah, with my network I can see that Firefox is active because there's irregular movements right here. I can see that this guy right here, even though he's not using my network, it's kind of jumping up and down the screenshots. My candle just moved. The video recorder is constantly moving. So yeah. So the question, can you determine which applications are sending and receiving data over even when you're not actively using network service? Yeah, exactly. All you got to do is go right here to the network area, and it shows you clearly the applications that are using the network. And 9 out of 10, it's the browser, right? And what else? And other applications that require network connection. Now we go to the fourth one. It says return the performance tab and select open resource monitor link. So we go here, the performance tab, and it says open resource monitor link, or open resource monitor, and we go here, and this is the resource monitor we just opened, and it says the set of monitor tools gives you another view of the data that travels to and from your computer. Look at the list for processes with network activity. So we go back here, we go back here, and we pull up here. So it says network, okay, and that's it, and bam, it shows us every app that uses the network, that is currently using our network right here. And it shows you that the remote app, remote mouse, which I have, Firefox, system, okay, because we know that this is, we know that for the, the system that we're using, we don't know this address right here. Okay, it shows Google, it shows this, So these are all the addresses. Now the system, and we can see. Okay, now back to our question. Do the active processes here match the processes you identified in step 3? No, because this was more elaborated. It was more elaborated. Yes, actually, yes, because I said Firefox, but it was just for a few. I saw Firefox and Windows Explorer, and that was it. That, but now I see a whole lot more that's been elaborated and expanded, that I didn't see. Now back to the question. It says, now monitor TCP connections. Expand the list of the TCP connections if necessary by selecting the arrow button. Remote address column displays the IP address of servers that have sent packages to your computer. Now we go here. It says, what did it say? TCP connections. Now where do I get my TCP connections? I am looking, but I don't see anything with TCP connections. She said, how do I look for TCP connections? She said, okay, so monitor the TCP connections. Expand the list of TCP connections if necessary by selecting the remote address column displays the IP address of the server that has sent package to you. So I'm still trying to see the TCP connections. Do you see the TCP connections? No, I don't see the TCP connections. But maybe if I do this, I really don't see the TCP connections. Well, it said go to monitor. Okay. Okay. I don't see the TCP connections. I only see network. It says go to TCP connections, but I don't see none of the TCP connections. Oh, right here. This is the TCP connections. Bam. Right? And what was the next one he asked? It says expand the list of TCP and if necessary, okay, the remote column displays the IP address of servers that have sent package to your computer. Type a few of this IP address into a browser address bar. Where do they lead? So we go back here and he said, where do we should type this to show where it leads to? So it said type a few of these IP addresses into a browser address bar. Where do they lead? So I know this has to be on my computer, right? So packets, is it packet loss? So where do they lead? Remote addresses. Oh, let's find out. So we go here, that's where we have this, and we go here and we grab this. Okay, and bam, we go right here and it says just add it, paste, and make sure, and we go right here and we put the dot, and we go right here. So where it leads to. But it's still going in circles, but let's put this now. Okay, this was the one I just clicked right here. Right, the 1 3 dot. This, and I put it in the box right here. And it's still going. There's nothing that's really happening right here. So yeah, there's nothing really happening right here. And I know that this all belongs to my computer. As you can see, it belongs to my computer right here. So there's nothing happening right here. It's just going in circles. Now if I choose another one, and let's try this guy right here. Says C name not recognized. We'll do it again. C name not recognized. Okay. Now we go back here. And we grab another guy. And let's say we got this one. That's OneDrive. Yeah. Let's grab this guy right here to capture. Wow. And it takes us straight to Google. Okay. And let's try something else. Let's try a different IP address right here. And let's see where that'll take us to. Same Google. But let me try it right here. And say go. And it says network is Google, host name California. So it's about this IP address. It's actually a Google IP address. And we go again right here and look for something unique that isn't, like, let's use the OneDrive right here and see what's gonna happen. Paste and go. Now this is gonna take a long time because it's not a, it's an IP address not to the OneDrive that I have, which is right here, you know. So pretty much that's what it is. So now the last question is, okay, type a few of this IP address into a browser and where do they lead to? Now open the command prompt window and enter the command nest E. So we go to command prompt. Bam, that's a command prompt. And it says we type in the nest E. and we click enter. It doesn't recognize it. Say open the command prompt window and enter the command net stat -e. The net stat command displays the number of bits sent and received. So the net stats. Wow, okay. We actually got the net stat right here. And this is what's showing. It's showing active connections, TCP, foreign address, established. It's showing a whole bunch of active connections right here. And it says the next command displays the number of bits sent and received. It also displays the number of packets. You sent and received. The next set packets are simply TCP packets of data. Non-unicast packets are broadcast or multicast to multiple network nodes, typically from DHCP queries and Windows service. You can see that snoopers have to examine lots of packets to find specific data. Record the number of unicast packets your computer has sent and received. But I'm not seeing nothing right here about packets. I'm just seeing IP addresses, mainly IP addresses, and that's it. So if I close this, it's constantly moving, and I say command prompts again, and we type in net stat, then space, then E, and this is it. That was the mistake I made. I didn't include the -e. So this is what you get right here. And this comes to a conclusion because it says that I need to record the number of packets your computer has sent and received. And this is it. So thank you. And I hope this has been a very good educative video.
Yeah, it's real simple, bitch. You understand me?